5 essential chicken coop upgrades to make life easy. I really need some power, so I'm gonna attach a 10-watt solar panel like this. So let's do it. And then I should be able to move that top bit depending on where the sun is. So the second thing I fitted was a camera, and the reason why is because obviously, you know, if you're automating things, you just need to make sure you can keep an eye on the chicks. What are you doing? Come on, out the way. There's your camera in there. Now the third thing I'm going to do is fit an electric door, which is what the solar panel is essentially for. So I've got an electric door in there. I'll put a bit of wood in like this. Put a backing board in there. Fitted a panel, screwed that on, and fitted an electric door. And there's a little sensor there so my little chickies don't get crushed. Oh, little chickens. Anyway, so the third thing was the electric door. Now I've needed a reptile heat pad in there because they're so young. They're only like three weeks old now. So, and also needed a light in there as well. So I'm gonna have to fit an electrical box. It's a bit more weatherproof and safe for them, because we're going away up north in the next couple of weeks, and we need to make sure everything's automated for them. Even though we do have someone coming around every single day, so they're going to be safe. It's all going to be good, but I want to automate this as much as possible, which is why we've got the electric door fitted. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fit an electrical box in there. So the solar panel only actually does the door for now, so we still need 240-volt power to this coop. And what I actually did was I had just a lead like this going over the property. So that's not very good, so I got one of these, and that'll make it, it's only IP55 I think, IP54, but it's actually underneath here anyway. So it should be quite safe because it's not down direct rain. So yeah, we'll put that up and make it a bit safer. That's better. I need to do something with those wires at the bottom, but that looks way better. Alright, done. Next. 6 months. Hello, little chicken. Perfect. As many chickens as you can. These fuckers eat so much. These little chickens eat so much. Okay, so how I'll put this on here to keep it off the ground, because I think the legs are no good because ants can get in there. I just have this little stainless steel shackle on there, and it just clips on. And we're gonna have to get some more food because they eat so much. And this is the grid connect, so I can do it remotely, but that's all powers that. Cables come out of there. That's a splash proof, but it also charges the cameras. So we needed one camera to see when the chickens were whether this door closed and the chickens were in the first part of the run. But to see whether it was in the roost, we needed a second camera, which is the one inside there. So we need to power them. And now the way we do power them, because they are battery powered, but they're outdoor, but we're only outdoor when you don't actually have this plug in them. So what we do is we've kind of sheltered it. We actually charge it for half an hour a day, and that turns on and off with the remote plug that we have in here. Okay, so that's how we do that. And that kind of keeps them about 60 or 70%, which is what we're looking for. Now the water, I've got a 10-litre tank here, which is gravity fed into this hose that comes down here. And what we do is we kind of just keep filling this up because they prefer drinking out one of these rather than putting their beaks in there and getting water that way. So it goes inside there, but it also goes inside the roost as well. So if we go around and have a look at the roost, so that just fills up, gravity fed, which is great. But they like drinking out of here, so we're going to try the dog bowl instead and see if that works. There's the second camera. And we also have food suspended for them here as well, which is perfect. And every morning when I collect the eggs from the nest, and then what I do is I scrape all the crap off here, make sure it doesn't go on the food. Just get, like, you know, a bit every time, try and get most of the crap out there. There's not really any way of automating this, to be honest with you. It's really difficult to automate. So there's chip away every single day. We'll get these out here. And we'll take a chunk like this, and then watch this expand. It goes, get loads out of it. And that really cleans it a little bit. You know, no bacteria can naturally live in wood, which is why sawdust is really good for this sort of stuff. Because it stops any bacteria really when it's dry, that is. When it's wet, it's not good. Need a little bit more. Just put a little bit on top of here. We do actually need some more of this. You might think you save money with chickens, but you don't save nothing. You do it for the love and the fun of actually having chickens. That's why you do it. And if you just do that every day, it just keeps it pretty. Keep on top of it, you know. And we also put lights in here, and that helps the chickens come in at night. And we also put a roost in as well for the in the run. And that roost just unhooks, so I can just lift it up from here and take it out and put it back. Real easy, and that just pulls out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So those are the 5 chicken coop upgrades that I found are essential. Make sure you've got your struts, they're real important, and make sure your chickens stay healthy and happy. See you next time.